What's up guys, thank you for watching this video. Today we are going to do something beautiful. We are going to do a folding surprise drawing of a heart that opens. Now you might be thinking, what's so beautiful about it? I only see a heart, nothing extraordinary. And you might be right, but when you open it, check this. Ta-da! It's a beautiful hot air balloon in the shape of a heart flying through a beautiful view on a sunset with a letter to Mom. That's right guys, this is what you will learn today, so if you want to know how to do it, just keep watching this video because I will show you step by step how to do it. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is we're gonna put this cardboard under our paper, basically to protect when we are coloring with markers. Once you do this, you're gonna grab the top part of the paper and fold it in half like this. Make sure that it's even. Once you do this, you grab the part that you just fold and you're gonna fold it in the opposite direction, up. And I want you to notice that my sketchbook is upside down, and the reason why it's upside down is because when I unfold on that direction, up. And that's it. That's all you gotta do for this part. Okay, so for the second step, we gotta do the sketching. For this, we're gonna draw a line in the middle, basically to divide in half our paper. And this will help us make sure that our heart comes in the center of the page. Also, try to make your heart as big as possible, but you don't wanna make it huge either. It has to look like a heart. So just kinda like calculate, for example, if you can see, I did it big enough. It covers all the way from the top to the bottom, but on the sides I left like a little space so it could look like a heart basically. So just kind of like calculate, make it big enough, but at the same time you don't want to make it huge. Once we finish the heart, we are basically going to just complete everything else. Now for this, something that I recommend you do is with a pencil, try to draw a line very light, so you know which one is the line that you cannot cross. Anything that you draw below that line is basically going to show when you fold the drawing, so you don't want to cross that line. And we draw it with pencil so that way we could erase it later. Once you do this, you kind of like calculate basically everything, make sure that nothing shows when we fold it. And right here we are going to put to Mom, but the letter O, I'm gonna put it with a heart, you know, the heart replacing the letter O. And yep, once you do this guys, we are basically going to complete the heart on top, but instead of making it completely a heart, the bottom part is going to be actually open, because this is the hot air balloon, and basically that's where the air goes to make that thing float on the air. Once you draw the outline of the heart, which is also the hot air balloon, you are going to draw a stripe that goes across the balloon. And we do this because this is where we are going to write I love you, Mom. Once you do this, based on the line that we drew in the beginning, the middle line, we are going to draw another line and then two more lines. So basically 3 lines in total. And this is where we are going to color with multiple colors. This is where I put the blue, the yellow, the green, and all the other colors. And then we're gonna write I love you right here inside the stripe that we drew. By the way guys, I recommend that you color the heart hot pink. When I was coloring this, I colored it red, but on the camera it looked like a hot pink and I loved how it looks. I feel like a red is a strong color, so I recommend you do it hot pink. Okay, moving on. Once we finish drawing the top part, we're gonna draw the bottom part. And this is attached by strings. So we're gonna draw 4 strings, and then on there, attached to it, is going to be a box. And this box is basically where the people go inside so they can float, you know, with the hot air balloon. And I'm gonna put some stripes right here just to give it more detail. They are not important or necessary. Once we finish the first 4 strings, we're gonna draw 2 more on each side because, you know, this has to be secure, it has to be safe. Also right here, I'm gonna draw myself as a stick figure holding a tiny flower. I cannot put that much detail, so that's why it's a stick figure, and I suggest you don't try to do much detail either. Okay, so this part is important. We're gonna close the envelope, and at the same time you gotta make sure that nothing is going to show when you fold the drawing. Once we do this, we're gonna do like a little stripe just for detail, and this part right here is going to be the paper, and we are drawing the paper a little bit coming outside because we want people to see that it's a letter, and because we want them to see it's a letter, we are also going to write "Dear Mom" like this. And for the final details, we're gonna draw just a couple of clouds right here. And I know you might be thinking, wait, what about the sun and the mountains and everything? Well, at this moment, I wasn't thinking about drawing that. I was thinking more of an open sky, but then I didn't like how it looks, so that's when I decided to draw the everything else, basically. You will see in the video. Okay, so before we color it, we gotta test a little bit, make sure that everything looks good. And before we move on to coloring, we have to erase all those lines that we drew so it doesn't affect our coloring. And that's it. And now that we know that everything looks good, we are going to color it. Okay, now let me clean all this mess so we can actually move on to the coloring part. Okay guys, so now we are completely finished. If you notice, I had to put some paint on the mountains because the color just wasn't grabbing it. I added the birds, the grass, the water, and just coloring it all blue, I just didn't like how it looks. It looked too strong, so I changed it. But anyways, let's run a little test and see how everything looks. Okay, so right here we have our heart, nothing extraordinary, but then when we open it, bam! It's a beautiful hot air balloon in the shape of a heart, flying through a beautiful view on a nice sunset. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to support and also to watch more videos like this. Follow me on all my social media, and if you guys have any questions, you can just comment below and I will answer them. Thank you guys so much. I hope you like it. I will see you next time.